There's a moment when every angel investor's heart beats faster. A pitch comes through your inbox, or you sit across the table from a founder who's selling more than just numbers. It's raw, it's wild, it's real. But then, doubt creeps in. That nagging feeling in the back of your mind whispers, what if this is a trick? What if all this charm and passion is just smoke and mirrors? You know better than anyone. The world of investing isn't kind to the naive. It's a jungle where the clever survive and the rest get swallowed whole. You've seen it before. The polished slide decks masking empty promises, the charismatic founders spinning stories to capture your check and your trust. But deep down, risking capital on dreams isn't just about numbers. It's about judging the soul behind the pitch, because any tactic, no matter how shiny, can be a trap. The question is, can you spot the unusual moves that are designed to trip even the savviest angels? Imagine this. A founder comes at you with something that feels different. It's almost hypnotic. Not the usual playbook, but something off-kilter, something designed to tap into your expectations and break them down. This is not about misleading you with lies, it's subtle. It's about hacking your mindset, playing with your instincts. You know that feeling when you're so drawn in, so pulled by the energy of a pitch, that you barely notice the cracks? That's the danger. The unusual tactics that prey on your instincts, not just your intellect. So, what are the real anchors that keep you from falling for those tricks? The secret weapons that keep your judgment razor sharp? This is what sets apart the angels who burn bright and the ones who fade under pressure. First, embrace skepticism like a shield, not a crutch. The world tells you to trust easily, to be optimistic, to back innovation without hesitation. But the truth? Every story carries a fracture line. The ones who unlock true value see those cracks before the damage spreads. When something feels too smooth, too perfect, your gut should flare up like an alarm, not a cozy blanket. Don't hand out trust like candy. Instead, carve it out from proof, from unshakable evidence. Demand data that won't bend under pressure. Founders whose confidence isn't a performance but a reflection of deep understanding, even when the questions dig into uncomfortable places. Second, nurture the power to say no faster than yes. The hunger to back bold ideas burns fiercely inside you. But every yes pulled from thin air wastes precious bandwidth and treasures. Saying no is not about shutting doors, it's about protecting your flame. The unusual trick here? When a pitch tries to rush you, to create artificial scarcity, to overwhelm your senses with charisma or urgency, stop. Breathe. Back away. The trick isn't just what's being pitched, but how. Declare your sovereignty by pausing. The most dangerous gambits ask you to lose your patience because patience favors the master player, not the impulsive dreamer. Third, look beyond the metrics everyone else obsesses over. The unusual tactic often involves shine, user numbers climbing, flashy partnerships, quirky product demos. But those can be hollow. True signals are found in the friction that people don't boast about. Ask yourself, who else is actually struggling to work with this founder? What arguments do the team have behind closed doors? If the story skips over the conflict, the doubts, the pivot points that shaped the founder's path, you're being fed a sanitized version designed to seduce, not inform. Fourth, master the art of reading energy, not just on stage, but in the silences and hesitations. Some founders come with rehearsed fire, lighting up every word. But what about the moments between sentences? Those pauses where a founder's confidence slips, even if only for a heartbeat, often unveil more truth than their entire pitch. An unusual tactic to fool angels is filling every gap with noise to cover those slips. So listen to the quiet. Read it like a map. Now, how to wield these insights to crack open the puzzle, to step beyond the trap into true mastery. Build and trust your own mental framework, not the one spoon-fed by startup culture or hype machines. Develop a checklist that isn't written on paper but carved into your instincts. Questions that cut through smoke, patterns that reveal real grit, warnings that ring louder than promises. Start by demanding radical honesty. Not the polished version, but the kind that's raw, unfiltered, sometimes uncomfortable. Ask founders to bare their scars, their failures, their real motives. If answers slide away or morph into rehearsed stories, that's a red flag burning bright. The unusual tactic may be to evade direct questions with charm. Your task is to hold the space until the truth seeps through. Then embrace contrarian thinking. Where others see opportunity, ask, what's being ignored? Where others follow the crowd, lean into the edges. This is where true power lives, far from the center, in that wild borderland where rebels create what the system fears. The unusual trick entrepreneurs use is dressing up conformity in new packaging. The angels who break free, they see beyond the packaging to the bones underneath. Build a network of trusted opinions, not just cheerleaders. The most dangerous trap is the echo chamber, surrounded by yes people, swelling your excitement but blinding you to flaws. Encourage dissent, demand challenge. The unusual tactic thrives on collective blindness. Your salvation is collective clarity. And don't forget your own transformation. The rare work of angel investing is not just preserving capital. It's about transforming how you see risk, failure, and success. An unusual move against you might be your own fear of failure or desire to be liked. Cultivate ferocity in your self-awareness. Learn to spot when your own defenses are hacked by your hopes and biases. Here lies the core of your power: liberation. Not freedom wrapped in neat rules or compliance, but the unpredictable, wild fire of sovereignty. Your investment decisions aren't just transactions, they're acts of rebellion against a world chained by mediocrity and conformity. Each time you reject the usual, every time you expose the trick, you carve out space for the exceptional to rise. Remember, this battlefield doesn't reward the obedient. It punishes the comfortable. It is where those who dare to question, to slow down, to demand realness, to say no fiercely, all rise as the true architects of the future. And here's the secret that might surprise you. It's not about tricking the founders, but refusing to be tricked yourself. The unusual tactic, no matter how clever, will always fail when confronted with an angel investor who's not addicted to the usual. Your freedom, your edge, your ironclad advantage is simple. Never stop becoming better. Never stop sharpening your instincts. Never stop hunting truth beyond the tail. Every pitch is a battlefield. Every handshake, a test. Your role isn't to be dazzled, it's to be the light that cuts through every shadowy move meant to ensnare. From the first second to the last, know this. The only way to transcend the tricks is to transcend the system that creates them. To become not just an investor, but a liberator of potential, an angel who sees the raw, unvarnished future and backs it fiercely because it is real, because it is rare, because it refuses to fit in. This isn't just an investment strategy. It's a movement of those who refuse to be caged by convention. Those who won't be fooled by the easy tale. Those who rise again and again to rewrite the rules, and in doing so, light the way for others to break free. Let every pitch remind you, the unusual tactic can only win if you let it. Your weapon isn't money, it's vigilance. Your power isn't fortune, it's clarity. Your victory isn't the score, it's your freedom. Stand firm, question deeply, invest boldly, and never forget, true angels don't get tricked, because they fly far beyond the usual signals into a realm only they can see.